Hi guys, Nick Bosco here, and today I'm going to talk about one of my firsts. My first MMA event that I ever covered live. So it was back in 2016. I had been writing for a website for about a year, maybe a year and a half. Actually, it was probably like around 2 years. So I was writing just articles here and there. I was not doing it anywhere near close to full time. I was just doing it basically for fun. They actually said I was supposed to be getting paid, but turns out I never actually got paid, and that's a whole nother story. But so yeah, I was just doing it for fun. I was, at home with my kids, and I wanted to, get into sports writing, and I always had an interest in MMA, so there it was. I never actually thought that I would be getting, interviews with fighters and talking to some of these great UFC champions and going to some of these crazy events. That wasn't even in the realm of things when I first started. So there was a fight coming up in Atlantic City in New Jersey, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, this would be a great event for me to go to because it's, it's not the UFC. It was Cage Fury Fighting Championships, CFFC. And so I asked my editor if I can go, and I did not think that they were going to say yes, but they did. So they said, yeah, sure, go ahead. We'll put in for you to get credentials and everything like this. And I was shocked. I was oh my God, I made it, I'm going to go to this live event. And I was super nervous. As soon as they said yes, I was ooh, I'm super nervous. I was I don't know. I didn't have any clue what to do. So drove down to New Jersey for the event. I knew one of the fighters who was fighting, Eddie Truck Gordon. He was on Tough, I don't know what season, but I had been friendly with him on social media, so I kind of knew of him, and I told him, I'm coming to your fight, whatever. And so I was that relieved me a little bit, because I was at least I know somebody there. And I was so unprepared. I get there and I was so nervous to go in. So I get there and they're ticket. I'm oh, I'm with the media. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. And they're oh, you have to go to that table over there and get a wristband. So I went over and I told them my name. I told them where I was from. I was so nervous they're gonna be no, we never heard of you. But luckily they did, and I got the media wristband, and I went in, and I still didn't know where I was supposed to be going. I had no clue. So I went over to one of the usher people, and I was I'm with the media, do you know where I'm supposed to go? And they're no. I was don't you work here? And I was okay. So I walked to someone else, and they're oh, I think you're up on the stage. And I was on the stage? What what does that mean? So I walked around, and there was 3 guys sitting at a table up the cage was here, and there was a table up on a stage with 3 guys sitting up there with laptops. I did not bring a computer. I didn't even bring my computer. I brought a pad of paper and a pencil and my camera. So I walked up there, I sat down. Nobody said hi to me, which is really weird because every other fight I've been to, a lot of the MMA media people are very nice, but nobody said anything to me there, so I sat down. Fight started, fighters came out to do their walk right next to me, so I was able to get pictures, but I didn't know if I was even supposed to take pictures there. I was sitting there to I had to write an article after the event with results and everything like that, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just kind of taking in all the action, seeing everybody watching these fights, hearing the smacks and the slams and the sound of the cage, and all this stuff was I'd never been that close to a fight before. It was definitely memorable. I got to take a couple pictures, and afterwards I realized that my pictures weren't so great. A lot of them were blurry. So, but yeah, I mean, it was definitely a learning experience, and never would I have thought going from that I would be flying to Vegas to cover a Conor McGregor fight. It wasn't even in the back of my mind that one day that could have happened to me. I definitely got the bug for it. Sorry, I'm sitting outside and it's just got windy. But I definitely got the bug for it because I was I want to do this now. Now I'm gonna really push, put out my articles, do interviews. I want to go to events. I want to travel to go to events. I didn't think that was gonna happen either. I don't make much money at all doing this. I do work a little bit part-time, so it's not I could even afford to be going to all these places, but I was I still want to work my way up to be able to go to all these different places. But at that time I was very green. I had no idea what I was doing, but I'm glad I did it. because then I got some confidence to be able to ask to go to more events. I started going to some Bellator events. Then I started going to some UFC events, and just keep going up. So who knows what's next? But yeah, that was definitely an experience for sure. Yeah, so that was my first MMA covering experience. I hope you guys like this video. I'm gonna come up with some more ideas, like maybe my first interview that I ever did, or like the first, I don't know, article. I don't even remember what the first article was, but I'll come up with some more ideas. First of every month I'm gonna do one of my firsts. So if you have any ideas that you want me to talk about, just let me know. Comment below, hit me up on Twitter. It's at NIKBOS. And I hope you appreciate this. I hope you liked it. And yeah, all right. Thanks, guys.